Well, good morning again, YouTubers. This is E.T. Wish, and today's video I am discussing proportion in briar pipes and also meerschaum pipes. Proportion is very important because it'll have a lot to do with whether or not you enjoy your pipe in the future or not, and whether or not you buy it or not. If you know what to look for, you immediately go to the pipe that appeals to you. Anyway, what we have here first is an example of a classic billiard, a group 6 size Dunhill shell briar. As you can see, it demonstrates very good proportion, inasmuch as the proportions I'm looking for in a classic billiard are the bowl height should be about 3 times the thickness of the shank, and the end of the shank to the top of the bowl we should have about a 45-degree angle. Look at it kind of like that. The stem right there, the length of it should be roughly the end of the shank to the end of the bowl. That's the classic proportions I think of. And of course, you do have some rounded portions of the pipe by the heel there and right there. So there we have it, the classic billiard. This is a recent production. I think this is about a 2005. Now if you want to compare it to an older classic billiard, you put this up against a 1993 Ashton LX billiard, and we see that there's a little bit difference in proportion, but basically the same. Now we have an Italian example. This is a Castello, shape 54, I believe. And this is a G size, made in the Carlo Scotti era, and this was made before 1988 because he passed away in 1988. Anyway, this is about a 1/8 to a 1/16 bend. It's a nice large size pipe. And the story goes on this one. When I was at the Chicago Pipe Show, I was looking at the Ewan Rees table. They had 2 tables of estate pipes and roughly about 700 pipes on the tables. My eyes went immediately to this one as being a good proportion, shape and size, even though it is a freehand. It had some nice lines to it, and I really liked it. And it was easy to pick out amongst the multitudes of pipe, so I knew this one was for me. So again, it fits perfectly in your hand. You don't see too many shape 54s with this good of a proportion to it. Another pipe that we have here is a meerschaum. There's multitudes of meerschaums on the net as well. This one here is a classic bent bulldog, and as you can see, the proportions on it are remarkable. You see how wide the bowl is in proportion to the whole thickness of the whole pipe, and you see the way the curvature is. This is a classic half bend with a saddle bit. Another thing I like on pipes is the bowl is level to the end of the stem. So this is another example of a really good proportion. And of course, here's another classic shape. This is the Umpal, or Hungarian. This is a Castello, and I believe it's size G, and it shows really good proportion also. So pay attention to the proportions of pipes, and you'll be happy with them, because this is one of the main indicators of the quality and craftsmanship that goes into making a pipe. A good proportion reflects good workmanship. That's all for now, and thank you for joining me today on YouTube. Bye-bye.